Hello everyone, this is March 9th, Tuesday, 2021. It's 10 a.m. and 1 degree Celsius, which I guess is about 33 degrees Fahrenheit. And today I'm going to be taking a walk from the ferry terminal up to the Hydrostone area. So I'm right here at Tim Hortons, right in front of the ferry terminal. So ferry terminal is just back there. But I'll walk back there to start it off properly, like I said in front of the ferry terminal. So we'll go back here and start it off from the ferry terminal, or at least inside of it, because a lot of people may not know Halifax. And I say I started at the ferry terminal, they say that wasn't the ferry terminal, that was Tim Hortons. So we'll come right over here, we can see the ferry terminal. All right, there we are. There it is. Ferry terminal, right there, okay? So I'm starting here at the ferry terminal, and I'm heading up to the Hydrostone area, a little neighborhood up in the north end of Halifax. I think this walk will take probably about 45-50 minutes, but that's okay. I'm up for a good walk today. It's nice out, the sun is shining, and you can't beat this. So here we go, get underway and make our way up there. And I think when I get up in that area, this is a slow day for my wife at work. I might manage to meet up with her up there probably. Good chance of it. So here we go, where do I walk in? See you guys. All right, let's go. So this is a little plaza, right? Kind of like a plaza, right next to the Tim Hortons, which is next to the ferry terminal. And there's a few little stores here, general kind of a convenience store, stuff like that. And this is also a little bus station area where city buses come in, and kind of like a drop-off point and a boarding point for various destinations in the city. No out-of-town buses stop here, just city buses. So, okay. Well, I'll take Duke Street, I guess, to start with. And there's a lot of routes I can take, so I'm just going to start this way. And then we'll figure out, once I get up here, which way I want to go. You can never get lost in Halifax. It's just, it's like being in Toronto. You can't get lost in Toronto because it's either north, south, east, or west. And I never worried with that in Toronto about getting lost. Couldn't get lost. So a lot of people might think they could, but it's very easy to keep your sense of direction there. And it's the same here. I used to say in Toronto, if you're walking uphill, you're going north. And if you're walking uphill here, you're going kind of west. If you're going flat, you're going north or south. Uphill's west, downhill is east. You can't get lost here. So I hope you're up for a good walk this morning, and you have nothing else to do but watch my video. If you are watching this video, I'd like to say thanks for watching my videos and supporting the channel. That's great. If you are one of my faithful viewers, then thank you very much, and we'll try to keep putting out some good quality videos for Halifax. There's the Blue Nose restaurant over there. That's an iconic place. Kind of like I'm going to jaywalk. Somebody else did, so guess I'll go too. There we go. Monkey see, monkey do. All right. That's a noisy street. Water Street is a noisy street because the trucks going down through there, and Hollis Street as well, both noisy streets, because a lot of truck traffic on those. Should be a little quieter up here now. I won't have to raise my voice, because it'd be quite a bit quieter than it was down there. Oh, I'm hungry just looking at Boston pizza. It's making me hungry. Let's see if they're not open right now, I don't think, but let's see what their hours are. They open at 11:30 and on the weekend 2 p.m. So we went there once. I had spaghetti in there. It was really good. They make these great big large spaghetti balls. I've never seen it quite like that before. Usually it's, anytime I've had spaghetti, they were small balls. But these were big, gigantic hamburger balls on your spaghetti. Okay, there's Scotia Square, and right across the road is the back end of City Hall. So we'll go through here, I guess, and get across here if I can before this intersection ends. Okay. So we'll go on up the hill, and now she's all uphill for a while. We'll get a good workout now walking up these hills. And one thing about being in Halifax, you're always going to get lots of exercise walking around because there's a lot of uphill walking. And this is one of the steepest. When we first came to Halifax, that's a little over 2.5 years ago, and we came over to Scotia Square, and we came out, decided to walk up the hill and have a look at Citadel Hill. Man, by the time we got to the top, we were huffing and puffing. It's a steep hill. But it's a good cardiovascular workout, walking around these hills. And I recommend it to anybody. Give it a try. It's very good for you. There's something right there needs some work. It's the Scotiabank Centre. It's a hockey arena, and as you can see, looking at it, it's a bit of an eyesore because the cement is old and there's stains on it and pieces broken and bricks missing and patched up. You can see the patches on top. It needs an overhaul. It needs a lot of work to make that look good. So, Scotiabank, if you ever watch this video, and anybody that's got the money to do the work here, take a look at this place. Everything else in the neighborhood looks nice. Look down there. All the buildings are nice, the streets are nice, there's no garbage on the street. Everything looks good except the Scotiabank Centre, which looks run down and it needs some work. And I know they could make that good without spending a whole lot of money, because you can spray paint cement and make it look just like brand new cement. There's no need to have it looking like that. And a little bit of work. Nice big digital sign up there on the two corners of that would look good. And I'm hoping one day somebody will have an eye for this and fix it up a little bit, because it don't look very good. Okay, that's my little rant about Scotiabank Centre. I've said that often walking by here with my son, and I say that's a deplorable condition. They should fix that up. It's right downtown and where the tourists will be coming when this pandemic is over. And it would be nice to start off with that building looking good. One can only hope. Well, I don't think I'll climb Citadel Hill today. This Duke Street climb has been enough. Now it's up to me what route I want to take to go to the Hydrostone neighborhood. And we'll see. I can take Gottingen Street, and I can take Agricola, maybe. It's up to me. I walk straight up and take Roby, but I might just take Gottingen Street and take Agricola across. Might do that. It's not good to plan too far ahead because you might change your mind, decide to do something else. So I'll just see how it goes. There's lots of ways it could go, but I hope I've been aiming this straight. After a while, you kind of develop a feel for where it should be. You don't have to look at the screen all the time to keep it straight, but it helps to make sure it's aligned once in a while and it's pointing in the right direction. I'm just going to turn around, look down a little bit on the city from here. We're not way up, but up enough to get a little bit of a look around. Of course, that's the little hill right there. I was up on there one early morning, not too long ago, doing a video. It was kind of cold that morning, but this is not a summertime job. This is a year-round job, and people like to see the city in the wintertime as well as in the summer. So you got to get out there and make videos if it's warm or if it's cold. So that's what I try to do. Don't let the weather slow me down. I won't say it didn't slow me down, but it didn't stop me. There's days you just can't go out. It's wind blowing hard and quite a bit below zero. You take that day off and then you work harder the next day. That's how I do it. That's probably how most people who do videos do it. If you see it's going to be really cold tomorrow, you work extra hard today. But we got a nice week coming up. We're going to be well up in the pluses before the end of this week. Tomorrow I'm working my part-time job, 1 day a week. So I'll be busy at that tomorrow. And then Thursday, I think it's around plus 10. And Friday, it's up in that same range. Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday at least, is going to be really good days this week. But you can feel it already today. It's still morning, and we were plus 1 when I started this video. I wouldn't be surprised now we're plus 2 or 3 maybe. It's a nice blue sky out there, you can see, and there is a few clouds, but they don't look like rain clouds. They look more like just white, fluffy clouds. So I think we got a good day today. And this building right here, I think I pointed that out before, but this is the Halifax Police Headquarters. This is their main building. I think I can get a picture of that sign. There you go, Halifax Police Headquarters. The north end of Halifax is a part of the city that's under construction. There's cranes in just about every part of the city up in the north end. And there's a transformation going on here. This is going to look, it looks different now than it did a few years ago, and it put another 4 or 5 years on it. It's going to look much different than it does now. I mean, it's still the same streets and everything, but the buildings, there's a lot of tall buildings going up, and the skyline is going to look a whole lot different than it does now. I seen some pictures back 8 or 9 years ago that people got on YouTube, and we didn't have half the buildings and the skylines we have now. It's grown a lot. And I like to see growth because that's exciting when a city is new stuff being built all the time. If you live in a place where it's been the same old thing for the last 20 years, nothing ever changed, it's horrible. I couldn't live in a place like that. I like change. I like new things. I like city looking like a city with tall buildings and not just the same old rundown stuff that's been here for the last 20 years, 30 years, 50 years. The little town I came from in New Brunswick. I was born in New Brunswick even though I moved here from Ontario. Little town I was born in New Brunswick. It's no different now than it was when I was a kid. And I'm not a young guy, so it's no different. If it's different at all, it's worse than it was then. That's how bad it is then. It's such a tiny little place, and so I have no desire to live there. That is not my cup of tea at all, to live in a little place like that. I won't tell you where it was because I don't want to get the tourist department up there all mad because I put down their little town, village. It's a small village is what it is. And I don't like small villages and small places to live. They're nice to visit. Sometimes you see little tourist things in them and beautiful scenery, but they close up the town at 6 o'clock and there's nothing to do after that. And that's pretty much it. 6 o'clock, that's it, nothing to do. You walk down the street on Saturday afternoon, be lucky if you meet one person. I don't know what everybody does, how they live like that, I don't know. But I like living in a place where there's hustle and bustle and lots of things to do. There's restaurants to go out to, coffee shops, coffee houses, stuff like that, and music, and all the things you have in a city. That's what makes a city great. You have lots of things for people to do in that city. It makes for a great city. So I'm on Gottingen Street right now, walking towards Agricola. I can take Agricola or Roby, but I think Agricola would be better because that'll put me right in the heart of the Hydrostone neighborhood. And I know it's been covered before by various YouTubers, but I'm just going to do it again. You know, you never know. I might be able to find some little gem, but if I don't, well, that's all right. We all put our own mark on our videos. Like there's other people here doing videos, and they're doing a wonderful job. And I watch them. I watch the other people too doing videos, and but we all put our own mark on it. So if you like someone else and you like them a little more than you do me, well, that's fine. And if you like me more, that's good too. So everybody's got their own little stamp they put on it. And you'll see just walking along the street, you'll see construction cranes every now and then. That's another building being worked on, going up. And they're all over the place here. There's several of them over here. Gottingen in that street. I like walking on Gottingen Street because there's lots of stuff here. It's exciting to walk around here. There's loads of restaurants and coffee shops, donut shops, pastry kind of shops, all kinds of stuff like that. The thing about Gottingen is in the morning, this side of the street is sunny. In the afternoon, the other side is sunny. So if it's cool in the morning, you walk over here. And if it's hot in the afternoon, you walk over here because you get some shade. Along in June or July, you'll probably walk back on this side and might walk up on the other side because the sun's right on this side. I like it this morning over here because it's probably at least 3 or 4 degrees warmer on this side than over on the other side. Looks like this building is getting a facelift on the front. I don't know if anything's changing for the shops inside, but it's getting a good facelift on the front anyways, making it look good. One of my videos, when YouTube put my video up, they used that picture right there to start off my video. That was one of my early ones. And they always pick one picture out of your video to show when they start it. And that was the picture on one of them. That's a pretty good size construction job right there. That's going to look nice when it's all done. It's going to add something to this neighborhood. I thought I'd just listen for a little bit this morning to the sounds. I can hear the cars going by and the birds chirping. Don't hear any wind, which that's a good thing. And it's very quiet as far as the wind goes. Wind is the enemy of video because it blows in your microphone and makes a noise. So no wind is a good thing. Let's see, I've been at this 23 minutes so far. Time just goes by so fast doing a video. Like if I was sitting just nothing to do, 23 minutes would be a long time, but walking along and doing this video and talking to you folks, the time just flies by. I don't even know where it goes. There's the library, and I just want to see what this little sign here says. Abby Bryant. In memory of Abby Bryant, whose enthusiasm and spirit for life made Halifax a better place, was inspiring, strong, loving, positive, and creative in the community. So, it was dedicated in September 2014. I don't know who this lady was, but she must have done some important things here in Halifax. And I just want to say that the public library is more than the library. If you're walking down Gottingen Street and you got to use the washroom, it's open, you can walk right in, nobody will say where you're going. You can walk right in and go to the washrooms. And also, for the ladies that may be watching this video, there's women's feminine products in the washrooms as well. So if you're living on the street and you're in need of something like that, they're free in the washrooms in the library. It's good to know because you never know who's going to see this video. And there's a lot of people that don't have much walking around the streets in this city. And it's good that they have these services. I see we've got a little bit of wind now, trying to hide my microphone from the wind. And it's good they have these services here for people that's down and out, don't have a whole lot. There's the Fortune Donuts where I went one day, and it was just to be kind of funny. And a fellow YouTuber, Ferry, you probably seen her videos, she told me that that was the best donuts in Halifax. So me, I walked right in there with my video going, told them I was here to check out their donuts because I heard they were the best donuts in Halifax. And it turned out they're really good, and they're heavy. Like they're one donut, you can't even eat it all at once. They're so big. They're way, way bigger and more to them than Tim Hortons donuts. They cost a little more, but you could buy one donut if you went in there with your boyfriend or girlfriend or spouse or whatever, whoever you're with. You could buy one donut, break it in half. It'd be good for two people. So it's very nice. Yep. I got to go back again one day and pay him a visit again. Somebody asked me, there's always somebody got a Brady idea. And somebody that watched that video said, now can you find out where the cheapest donuts are? So I gotta look around and see if I can find the cheapest donuts in Halifax. I got a feeling there's Tim Hortons, but it might not be. But I have a feeling it's Tim Hortons. It's nice to see the Black Lives Matter didn't fade out after, like most things, they come and go, and everybody makes a big deal, and then it's all forgotten. It's nice to see that Halifax hasn't forgotten, and we should really do our part to end racism. And I'd like to put these comments in because this gives me a little bit of a platform to speak my mind, and I don't like to see people looked down on because of their race or their status. Not everybody is gifted with an IQ of 130 and can do really difficult jobs that pay a lot. There's some people who have to do waitress jobs, and I worked as a truck driver most of my life, and that don't take a lot of brain work. It takes a bit of skill, so it pays a little more than a labor job, but it's basically a labor job on wheels. And so I do feel for people who, because of how they were born, they end up with less income. And this world we live in, people like to judge you by where you live. If you have a car, then they judge you by what kind of car you got. And mine's better than yours or whatever, like that. And as if that made a better person, because you own a Lincoln and I got a Chev, so you're a better person than me, like that kind of thing. Yeah, so I really don't like it. I don't like people putting other people down. And people often ask me, say, you're good-natured, do you ever get depressed? And there's only one thing that makes me sad and makes me depressed. And that's when I'm a really friendly guy. And if I put myself out there to be friends with people, and then they talk about me and put me down, then that kind of makes me a little bit sad that people don't know what they're missing, because I'm a real friendly guy, and I do anything to help anybody that needed my help. And when you put yourself forward trying to be friends and then you're rejected for some reason, it kind of does make you sad. So that's about the only time I get depressed. Other than that, I can take most stuff as it comes, and it bounces off pretty well. But I was talking about racism and prejudice and things like that. So there's a lot more to prejudice than just race. There's mental, social status, all kinds of things. And people can't help the way they are. They can't help what kind of family background they have. You can help what you do, yeah, you can always improve. I grew up in a poor family that didn't have a whole lot. But I look at what we have today compared to what my parents have. There's no comparison. Like, we're not rich by any means, but we got a whole lot more than our parents had. And I'm very thankful for that, grateful that life has gone the way it has for me. But I don't forget what could have been. So, what is and what could have been is two different things. So always grateful for how life has gone, and try to help people any way I can. I help people on the street all the time. I buy them coffees and give them change. And look, I don't have a lot of money, but I give some out almost every time I come over in the city. Well, you can't avoid people that are down and out, and you don't want to. I can't just walk by everybody, and I can't help everybody. So I pick and choose. And the other day I was going down Gottingen, and I was going, down Spring Garden Road, and I was going to get a coffee at McDonald's. And I had 3 of those free coffee things. And so I had 2 of them out. I said, I got to have 1 for myself, and I'll give the other 2 away. The first 2 people that ask me for money, I'll give them a free coffee. It didn't take long. Anybody knows Spring Garden Road? There's a lot of hands out down there, and I don't mind helping them when I can. So I gave my other 2 ones away. My son got them somewhere. Somebody gave them to him, and he's not a coffee drinker, so he gave them all to me. And of course, I gave you 2 out of 3 away. So, well, we're up to North Street right now. I think what I'm going to do, because Agricola is a nice street to walk down. I'll go up North Street and then go down Agricola to Yonge Street, and we'll walk up to the Hydrostone neighborhood from there. And that should be a good walk. Make sure there's nothing coming flying down this turn right here, and I'll be good. All right, so I'm going to wait right here. Now I'm at the corner of Gottingen and North. On that side is the North Woods long-term care home for seniors. And right down the hill is the bridge. So if you go to Dartmouth from here, that's the bridge you go across. There's your sign right there, McDonald Bridge. You pay a toll. Your best bet when you come to Halifax, there's an office. I think it's the McKay Bridge. Down under the bridge, there's an office. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's McKay Bridge. Where you go, you get off the exit and go down around, go underneath the bridge, and there's a street there. And there's an office there where you can go in and get a stick-on, like a, whatever you call it. Something like a transponder, but it's just a card, a little card. You stick it on your windshield, and it's much cheaper than paying every time, and it's a lot quicker getting across the bridge. You don't have to stop. So you stick this thing up on your windshield, and I think it's less than $2, $1 something every time you go across the bridge. And you don't even have to stop. It just reads it when you go through. And if your balance is low, as long as you keep enough money in your account, you don't ever have to worry about it. You drive through and it says low balance, the next day it'll be good again. They don't top it up that day. They top it up overnight. So yeah, it's very good. Yeah, you ought to get one of those things if you transponder. I think that's what they call it. I'm not sure. Anyways, it works pretty good. It never malfunctions. You just drive up there and it always works. And so that's what we did. And we were probably here 3 or 4 months before we realized the benefit of having one of those. And it saves you money. And also, if you have one of those, you have to go in and program it on your computer. But when you're driving up like say you're driving from here to New Brunswick, and you go through the toll booth up on the highway here, it's much cheaper if you have one of those. And you don't even have to stop again, you just drive right through. So much quicker and cheaper. Well, let's see, how long have I been at this now? 36 minutes. This video will go at least an hour. And I know where I can charge everything all back up again. I got a spot up here where I can go in and they got to plug it on the wall. I plug it in and charge my phone back up, maybe charge my battery too. And then I'll be good for the rest of the day. I was into Scotia Square earlier and I was listening to music on my phone, and so I ran my battery down, my phone down some. So I used my battery to bring it back up, and there's still some in my battery if I need it, but I'm hoping I can do this walk at least without my battery giving out on me. We just take a look down the hill from here. There you go, heading down towards the bridge. Nice to keep your bearings there when I'm walking around. Sometimes I turn it around just so you, my viewers, can see my surroundings, because all you see if I'm walking is what's straight ahead. And you get a better look at it if I just turn around once in a while. Well, Friday is my day of suffering. I've been working on a while on getting my top teeth out because they've been bothering me a lot, and gonna have to get a plate in there, some false teeth. I guess I've come to that point where it's teeth goodbye and get a false teeth, some dentures. So Friday this week, my last 3 teeth in the top are coming out. And I'm almost there for getting my false teeth, which will be great. I have a nice white sparkly smile again. And they bothered me too, so I have to get them out. There's only 3 left. I've had 6 out in the last little while. I've had 6 teeth out. So that was 9 total that had to come out. But I didn't want to do them all at once because I didn't want to not be able to chew my food. So, but now I've come to that point where the last 3 are coming out on Friday. So I'm not looking forward to that, but has to be done. And then I've got to go without any top teeth for, I'm not sure how long it is, because it's not the whole thing now. It's only going to be 3 teeth, so I may be able to cut that waiting time down a little bit. And I heard it was 3 months, but maybe not. Maybe I can get by with a little less. We'll see. And so March, April, May, June. For sure by June I'll have my new teeth. I can't wait. I've suffered a lot with these, and I guess I'll get used to dentures. So that's how it goes. That's one of the things in life. I told my wife, I said, if I knew I was going to end up in this kind of shape, I would have took better care of my teeth. But I ate a lot of sweets and stuff, and you just didn't take it that serious when I was young. And now I'm paying for that. So anyway, we're on Agricola now. I got sidetracked there. Just thought I'd give you that little news flash there. We're walking down Agricola. There's construction over here. You'll see a crane up in the sky over here. There's a job. And there's lots of construction jobs in this little area right here. Yeah, if I turn my camera that way, you'll see more cranes over there. And I see three. Three over there, and there's one there with before. And I know some more that aren't inside here. Well, this is a very busy area for construction. This is my wife's area for her courier job. She does only the north end. So a lot of times I'm walking around up here and she'll stop somewhere and I'll see her on the street. Sometimes not. Just once in a while it happens. She works the north end Monday through Friday, and many times we meet up here. And Tuesdays are usually her slow day, and we usually have about a half an hour to spend over at Tim Hortons while she takes her lunch break. So that's usually what we do on Tuesday. I didn't last week. I was out making a video, and we didn't do that last week. But most weeks we do. Can I sneak across here? Yes, I can. Okay, I just want to see this construction site, have a look at it, see how it's coming along here. So I can see, this used to be a little plaza area here. There wasn't too much here, and looks like a nice, good-sized building is going up. We've already run some of the concrete. That's amazing. Now, it must be quite a tall building by the look of that crane. And anyways, that's one of the jobs that's going on here. I see they have a temporary sidewalk for us, so I can stay right over here. There might be a picture of what's going up here. Here it is. 27 Agricola, 2710 Agricola. It will be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It looks like a 6-story building with a cafe maybe in one end, if that's what, or that could be just a picture, and some shops in the bottom. Okay, 7-story building and shops in the bottom. That'd be nice. Lots of work for courier drivers. So anybody looking for a job to get into, and where you'll never run out of work, courier business, excellent place to work. Pays good. It's about as good as you can get without doing a professional kind of a job. It's a lot better than a lot of jobs. but not everybody's suited for courier work. My wife took right to it. It's just something she wanted to do, and she's good at it. Like she can do 50 deliveries in a day, no problem, and then a bunch of pickups later. So I don't think I could do that good at it. I drove a truck all my life, and but I used to do like one stop a day, or 2 or 3 at the most. Maybe I used to do this run for Sleep Country in the springtime, and or certain seasons, which it was always in spring, sometimes the fall, and I used to do mattresses to Sleep Country stores, and I'd have, on this run, I would have a helper with me, and I might do 6 or 7 stores in a day, but that was the most I ever had for deliveries when I was driving truck. It was like 7, probably 7 would be about it. My wife has 50 drops, but they're small. They're like one little package here, a couple of packages there, whereas I had like, if I had 6 or 7 stops, I'd have like a 53-foot trailer and maybe 10 feet of it going in here, another 10 feet going there, like that. So, big difference in that type of job. And I went a lot farther. She just goes, sometimes she'll go on one street, she'll have 2 or 3 drops. She just go down the street and then back down the street again, and next drop, like that. So she can do a lot of deliveries in a day. But some people can't do that kind of work. They're just not made for that. I don't think I was. But she likes it. She's good at it, and that's her thing. So anyways, we'll continue on up Agricola because I got a green light, I guess. That's why. That's because the light is green. I'll keep going. I'm sure anyone who knows this neighborhood, when they see the Royal Bank and these things here, they know where this is. And right over there where you see those cranes, that's Roby Street right over there. And there's a lot of, I just want to see something because it looked, I'd say about a month ago, the bottom part of where a crane is going was put up, and they didn't put the rest of it up, and I see a mobile crane in here now. Looks like they're putting up the crane for that one over there, which will put quite a few construction jobs right in this little area right here. And I'm pretty sure that's what that mobile crane is doing right there, is probably putting up they got the base, like the part that goes up, but didn't put the crane up. So, but I think they're here now to put that crane up. And maybe it won't be long until that place will be coming down. The Bloomfield School. And there's another construction job right over there. Like this whole area is, might as well say, is under construction because there's things planned yet that haven't even begun. So all right, we'll cut back through here and continue on up Agricola, since that was my chosen path today, walking on Agricola. So anybody that's coming to Halifax, if you don't want to stand out as a guy that's brand new here, don't say Agricola. That's what I did. When I came here, I pronounced Agricola Agricola because it's Agricola. It looked like Agricola, but it's Agricola. So somebody corrected me after I was saying Agricola for a while. One time somebody says, "You must not be from here." Said that street is called Agricola. So from then on I corrected that and call it by its proper name. So if you come here, don't call it Agricola, or everybody know you're new. Let's have a look and see how I'm doing there. 50 minutes. Okay, I try not to let it go over an hour because I don't want to bore you right to death. So 50 minutes up to an hour is okay. I watch videos that are an hour long, and sometimes if I'm home and nothing to do, and maybe it's rainy day and I don't feel like going out, I'll watch some videos, and I've seen some on there that were an hour long, and I just watch them, and they're always informative, and I watch them on all kinds of places. If you're a YouTube watcher, I'm sure you do. I've watched videos on Winnipeg and Vancouver and Toronto, Montreal, everywhere. And I've been in all those cities, but it's nice to see the videos that people made of there. We're almost up to our destination, the Hydrostone area. Took me a while to learn the name of that too. When I first saw it, I used to say that British-looking area, and they knew what I meant, but I didn't know it was called the Hydrostone. But I've learned since then about it, and Google will tell you all about how it got its name. It's from the stone bricks that the buildings are made out of there. It got that name, Hydrostone. A lot of those type of buildings in that area. So that's how it got its name. And that big industrial looking building right there is Olin's. Probably one of the major, excuse me, one of the major employers likely in Halifax, because it's quite a big operation there. I would say a lot of people work there. Olin's Brewery. It goes, the whole block, it starts right here, and it goes all the way down to the end. Now it looks like we're out of the business area, but it's not. When we get down here to the Hydrostone area, there's a lot of little shops and cafes and tourist kind of shops, which are really nice. Okay, this guy's gonna wait for me. I'll walk right across, hurry if I can, get out of the way. So there's Olin's logo. Young Street, this is our neighborhood right here, Agricola and Young Street. And this is the Hydrostone neighborhood. Oh, we got a green light, look at that. Pretty cool. All right. So I guess we'll walk up this way. This used to be one of the streets that went right down here. And not long ago, I think it was last summer, they put those barriers up. So, because keep cars from going down through there too fast and keep trucks from being on that road, because there's a lot of kids with bicycles and things and walking. So they set those barriers in there last summer. Before that, they weren't there. But I guess they're here to stay because we've got cement slabs holding those reflectors. My wife didn't like it because she delivers in this area and she has a hard time to get around that corner with her truck. And when you're doing courier work, you have to go everywhere. There's no such thing as I can't go down that street because there's all kinds of, even houses. She delivers things to houses like Amazon packages and stuff like that. So you have to go on every street regardless of people like it or not. And here's a little thing. I read this once before, so anybody wants to get the scoop on the Hydrostone neighborhood. It says, okay, many of the wood frame buildings in this area were destroyed by fire in the wake of the Halifax explosion, which occurred December 6, 1917. So, as a result of that, the buildings went up, and they were made out of this stone bricks. So that tells you how this Hydrostone neighborhood came to be in existence. A lot of these buildings were leveled when that explosion took place. And I wouldn't have wanted to have been in Halifax when that happened, because that must have been a terrifying ordeal. An explosion that killed all those people and destroyed houses and sunk ships. And it must have been bad. I can only imagine. But I wasn't even thought of then, so that was quite a few years before I was born. So this is some of the neighborhood right here where the shops are, and they look very nice. And it looks so British when you're here. Everything just reminds me of pictures you see of England, little towns in England. And right across the road from all these little shops is a little park, which I'm going to walk back through the park when I come back down.
It's nice, yeah.
You know, the sun right here is where it probably gets the most heat.
Yep, it's hot in there.
And that would be the end of the stores in this little block. And there's residences and stuff, and then you go down over the hill. And so anyways, we'll turn around right here. And I'm going to walk over. I can't go yet because it's a red light, but I will as soon as I can. And we'll walk over to this little park. Just a tiny little park angled between these two streets. But there's benches there. And I'm sure people that live in this neighborhood take advantage of that quite often. No doubt, they go over there and sit down and get a coffee or something here and a dessert, and go sit in the park or take a book, sit over there and read a book. If I did that, I'd be sound asleep within an hour, maybe less. Oh, I guess I'll go. I got a walk sign. All right. I was talking and didn't see the light changed. All right. So we'll just walk right across the grass down through here. My wife does deliveries up here, and she's always complaining about something, because you see these signs here? No parking past this sign up this way, and cars will come in here and park, and she's trying to make a delivery, and there's nowhere to put her truck to make a delivery because the parking spots are all full, and that's a pain for her. And that guy's trying to park parallel driving in. You're never going to get it driving in. You have to back in, you might be all right. You won't be able to get it driving in frontwards. Some people can't parallel park good either. They don't have the aptitude for it, or they don't have the I guess anybody could be taught to parallel park. They just don't know the mechanics of it, how to parallel park. So if we got any new drivers out there that aren't sure how to parallel park, to parallel park and do a good job, here's what you do. You drive right up beside the car you want to back in behind. Put your bumper even with theirs. Turn your wheel and back into that hole. And when you get inside, your wheels are right almost to the sidewalk and you're clear of that car you're backed in behind. Then cut it right around sharp. And then all you got to do is maybe pull it ahead and straighten it out and you're in there. It's very simple. You can get into a small space if you know how to do it. But if you don't do it right, you'll be trying several times. So let's see. I'm over my hour. So I'm going to end this video somewhere right here. I like to get a good backdrop. Probably those stores on the side right there would be a great place to end this video. And it was nice walking along and talking to you folks today. And I'll say it in another way. Nice having you along with me for the walk. And this is the Hydrostone area of Halifax, a beautiful little spot with very British looking shops and stores. And on that note, I'll say, don't forget the like button, and if you want to be notified, hit that bell and you'll get a little ding every time I put a new video up. And if you haven't become a subscriber, now's your opportunity. Hit that subscribe button and you'll be one of my subscribers. Okay? So bye for now. Hope you have a really nice day. Until next video. Bye.